Ayo, what is going on? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video. And in this video, we're talking about my wish list for 2K21. If you guys want to see more, hopeful 2K21 or like 2K21 news on the channel, let me know. Like I could do the series where some cards that I would like to see them add. But this one, hopefully you guys enjoyed the triple threat gameplay that we got in the background. Make sure you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We are like 19 subs away from hitting 7K. Our goal is to hit 7K before 2K21 drops. So please, if you're new, smash that sub button as well as that like button down below. But really, there's not, I think, too much that we can really know about 2K21 as we go on into it, because obviously they're keeping everything hush-hush right now. But there's some basic things that I think would make the game mode really better. First off being some new coaches. Now, this is an idea that I threw around quite a bit for a while on Twitter, and it's the introduction of what if we had pink diamond coaches or historic coaches. Imagine if there was a pink diamond Phil Jackson that gave us a +6 or a +7 boost towards some of the things that we had in the game. I know some people have done some mock-ups of potential ideas that we could have, but I think it'd be a nice way to add a little bit of a new flair to the game, because really, with me personally, all I've done is use Mike Malone for the entire time, with sometimes Nick Nurse. With how we have the game right now, there's pretty much set in stone the best coaches in the game. Everybody either uses, a Nick Nurse, a Mike D'Antoni, a Terry Stotts, or Mike Malone, ones that really boost the offense. Nobody really does anything else. So if we could get something else in there to change it up just a little bit, because if you guys go ahead and look at some of the cards that we have in the game and go and look at the different I think it's system proficiencies that we can play. They have, defense, 7 seconds, triangle, post-centric, perimeter-centric, pace and space, grit and grind, and balance. So triangle is one that is there, but none of the coaches that we have in the game currently, I don't think can even, run triangle. So I think it's something that 2K is missing just a little bit to add to the game. But it's just an idea that I had. And another thing that I would like to see come back to 2K, but I don't think it's going to happen, and that is going to be the custom badge scenario. Now, the reason I loved the badges of us putting them all together by ourselves is because not only did it allow for people to have, their own flair on certain cards, even though it really turned into everybody just adding some sort of range extender, but it could change up the early game if they, keep a badge like Quick Draw in there. We could add our own Quick Draw onto some cards and make them a little bit better, and I think that would really help the scenarios that we have in certain things. But it's just something that I'd like to see back in the game. It also added a lot of snipe opportunities. If you couldn't snipe a lot of cards, the day that certain cards dropped, badges would flare up in price. If a card didn't have range extender, if they didn't have pickpocket, those things would skyrocket up, and it made some beautiful sniping opportunities for people to go ahead and get and just make a lot of MT off of it, and myself included back in 2K19, and even I think a bit of 2K18 if I had it there. Sniped a lot of the badges and tried to get things going with them, because I just thought it was something fun. It adds a new flair to the game, because, a lot of people used it to, throw range extender on Giannis or things like that, and I just think it helps people personalize cards to their own more than just getting a single shoe and then going into the game. It just adds a little bit of a flair into there. And speaking of content, because it's something that we always got to talk about, I love how 2K has done content this year, constantly giving us stuff, but I really want more realism when it comes to things like this. I feel like once the NBA kind of got canceled, 2K really stopped the whole realistic stuff and really started pumping out just the awful, not realistic content whatsoever, and I really would love to see that sort of stuff back into the game, because I feel like it just gives us a whole different feel to it. When it comes to times like now, we're talking July, August, when it's final stuff like that, and we're really not going to be doing anything too crazy. Pump it up, throw us all the all 99 stats, the GOAT cards, all that sort of stuff. I get it. It makes sense. There's some people that love that. But I think when the actual NBA season is going on, we should keep it realistic, just moment cards, and keep that consistent. The moments of the week that we did in the beginning of the year, where every single week we knew we were getting some moments of the week, I felt like that was amazing. It was something that was really good, and we had consistent drops of content. Knowing which days we're going to be getting cards, I think, is a massive W, and that's something I think they should implement just a little bit more. Keep us going and keep it going on, and let us know what's going on Twitter. That's something that really has been lacking. They need to hire a community manager. They haven't done it yet, but it's something that they need to do, and I think once they do that, we'll be in pretty good shape, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like we'll be pretty set in stone, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling there. Also, a better domination and triple threat rewards. If you guys go ahead and look at, the domination rewards that we got this year, I bet you none of you guys, if you played the game later on, even finished domination. And if you are one of the people that did it, you probably don't even use any of the cards that are here. Like the Amethyst Sam Jones, nobody uses that. The Diamond Dale Ellis, nobody used that after like the first month of the game. And Pink Diamond Sean Kemp, nobody even used in the beginning of the year because it was before they fixed his release, and he was absolute dookie. And then if you were talking about even all of the, domination rewards that I myself and everybody else went through and evoed all of them, there really was no benefit for doing any of that. We got a Pink Diamond Jerry Stackhouse after evo that was okay, but faded out because his jump shot sucked. Bob McAdoo, same thing. Cliff Robinson, Morris Peterson, who was amazing and we thought we were going to get some insane version of, never even gave us a better version of Morris Peterson like everybody else that was there. And it just really left us feeling empty for the most part. And then you did all of that just to get a Jason Richardson, which was evoed to Opal, but only had 4 Hall of Fame badges and never did anything after the start of the game, and it really just didn't feel like it was very worth it. And then when it comes to triple threat, you went and you grinded all of your time on triple threat to, go up and you got a Gerald Green, and then you got a Darius Miles, then a Jason Williams, and then a Desmond Mason, and all of those guys basically pointless. And then the Jamal Crawford, also kind of pointless. And then you got Serge Ibaka. A Pink Diamond, was thinking he was going to be absolutely insane. You get him up to Galaxy Opal. Then he's got only a few Hall of Fame badges, and after a few months in the game, it's pointless. He had no quick draw, no nothing. And it killed him, and he didn't even get a new version of it, and same with Dominique Wilkins. Eventually, they did give him an Evo boost to make him significantly better than he was, but even after that was just not something that people use, and I think that's really where 2K was lacking. A lot of the beginning of the year offline rewards just kind of faded away and just weren't great. I remember in previous years, if you finished off domination, you could use those cards for a really long while before they finally started getting faded away, and I feel like that's something that 2K really needs to implement more, is that beginning of the year grind, make it feel a little bit worth it, whether it be stacking us up with tokens or just giving us cards that are going to be good for a few months. I feel like that's something that was really lacking this year, but again, just my opinion. And then one more thing I want to talk about when it comes to kind of gameplay and things like that is 2K actually announced that Unlimited is going to be coming back with a bit of a twist, where there's going to be a hyper competitive kind of feel to Unlimited. And I want to say that with this hyper competitive feel to Unlimited, where you can earn rings and all that sort of stuff, there has to also be a casual side. None of these games work if there's a casual and then a hardcore, or if there's just a comp way to play. And that's just because not many people are hyper skilled at the game. Not everybody is a Ty Debo at the game. It just doesn't work that way. And for those people that aren't that good, they're going to go into every single Unlimited game and get absolutely swamped, and then it's not going to be fun whatsoever. So I feel like there has to be just a casual thing where the matchmaking's pretty easy. You just go in, have some fun, do that sort of thing, maybe for YouTubers to get gameplays. And then for the comp scene, where if you really want to go out there and grind out those 2K rings, you can really do it, and you can go and get them hardcore. And I feel like that'd be a nice way to kind of separate certain things, because not every time you're going on Unlimited you really want to sit there and sweat it out. Sometimes you just want to play a game, mess around with some cards and have some fun, and that's great for the casual playlist. And other times you really want to sit down, sweat, really focus, and that's great for the competitive side. And I feel like separating those two and noticing that there's a difference between a lot of the players in your fan base is a great way to go ahead and move forward with that. But who knows if they'll actually do that. Another thing that I'd like to see coming into the game is more legends. I'm going to do a bit of research and see if there's some legends that 2K doesn't have in the game yet, who are really good and could be really fun, and see what's going on with there, and see if that could be a nice little video to do. But they did really good this year. There was a bunch of players that we didn't know or at least I didn't really know existed or were as great as they were until they came out, because once they got a card in 2K, I went and actually looked at the stats and looked what they did, and it was actually kind of cool. Yeah, we got guys like Rudy LaRusso, we got Dino Raja, Mel Daniels. We got a lot of really fun and different cards that we hadn't gotten in previous years, and it made it honestly kind of enjoyable to go see and learn more about some different legends. For other people, maybe it was boring and they didn't like it, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was something that could be amazing, and maybe there's some more slept on guys that could get some shout outs soon and come through and have some fun. So that could be cool. And two more things that I got two more things left on my list, and that is a new draft mode. Everybody else has it. I had a big spurt where I was looking at all these FIFA drafts and having some fun doing some of my own, and I don't even really like soccer or football that much. It's really just not my thing. But the FIFA drafts looked absolutely insane. FUT drafts look amazing, and I think if 2K added that, it's a whole set of content that people can make. It's a whole set of just fun that people can have doing, and it really will change the game of 2K if they can do that. But who knows if they actually will. And I would like to see some new game modes in general, and maybe bring back some old classics and call them new, because 2K loves to do that. Take away things that were amazing in the game that we loved, and then bring them back later on and pretend they're new. And one that I remember playing religiously was like the Gauntlet mode in 2K16. It was like one of my favorite things to play in the entire game. If you guys don't remember what Gauntlet was, you went in and you picked one card from it, and then it would randomly give you 2 cards extra from my team, and then you would have to go in and play a game with that, or a few games with that, I can't really remember, and just have fun like that. And I thought it was one of the most fun things ever, because if you didn't have a chance or couldn't get some of the high rated cards, you could go into Gauntlet and throw in one of your poopy cards, and then go ahead and get some of the juiced up really crazy cards and have some fun in there. I remember I always used to get the Diamond Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that we used to have, the Diamond Jamal Crawford, and all that sort of stuff, even before they were dropped, because 2K added them to Gauntlet before they added them to the game. And it was so much fun to go ahead and do and just mess around with. So really would love to see that back, because it just added a whole extra feel to the game. New game modes and all that sort of stuff always gives us more reason to play, because it's more things to do. Let me know what you guys think about, my general wish list here for 2K21. Just some kind of general thoughts and ideas that I was coming out with. And obviously 2K is going to be completely different when it comes to next gen, and hopefully some of these things are in there. I hope we have a little bit more realism, that we can add our own badges, and just the rewards for everything are better and more consistent. I would love that. Really simple things that I want, but it is what it is. Let me know what your guys' personal wants for 2K21 is, what you guys think is going to make it an absolutely insane game, and all that sort of stuff. Like the video, guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 7K before 2K21. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video.